Hi guys, today is going to be a really fun video for me because I get to compare two really great machines, the CaVstorm 3.0 and the SShape Pro. I like to do these videos because these are my favorite videos because I get to show you guys what each of the features are, because I get a lot of questions because there's so many different body sculpting devices out there and machines. So these are just two that I get to compare side by side with you today. So these are both great machines, but they're very different. They both do cavitation and radio frequency skin tightening, but the SShape Pro is for your whole body, where the CaVstorm is only for the body. So let's get going, and I'm going to show you step by step and show you comparatively each handle to each other and how it works. First, I'm going to start with the CaVstorm. The CaVstorm has cavitation and vacuum all built into one handle. So that saves a lot of time. Sculpting can take a lot of time. So this is really cool that it incorporates the vacuum with the cavitation. So with this, it always goes in order of operations. So you just follow the screen, and you can see here that this controls the vacuum. You always want your vacuum time. You want the suction greater than the release. So let's just set it for 1.0 and 0.5. Then this knob controls the suction. So if it's too much suction, you would just turn it down. If it wasn't enough suction, you would turn it up. And then, like I said, this controls the amount of time that it sucks and releases. You want your suction greater than your release. And then here's your cavitation and the time. So you can do the M1 or the M2. The M1 is a constant and the M2 is a pulse. You can also take the cup off if you don't want to use the vacuum, and then you would just set this to 0 and turn your suction down if you only wanted to use the cavitation. So I'm going to show you the strength of the cavitation. I'm just going to turn these down to 0. I don't want the vacuum on, so that's at 0. And then I have this set at a 10. And then start. And what's nice about this cavitation is it doesn't do a loud high-pitched squeal. It just, you can see how that works. This is a 3.0, so with that, you don't get that loud, high-pitched squeal in your inner ear. And the way it's delivered, it covers a larger area in the cavitation. And the handle is really nice. It's not like the traditional wand that the old cavitation machines had. So that's what I really like that about this, is it's a palm style. And like I said, this can be removed or not. The SShape cavitation has the cavitation and radio frequency skin tightening, where the CaVstorm has the cavitation and the vacuum. And they always go in order of operation. That's what I love about these machines, is they're so user-friendly. Set your cavitation to whatever you can tolerate and your radio frequency to whatever you can tolerate. It has the constant, and then it has the pulse, just like this one does. And then it has the normal and then the pro for the radio frequency. And then start. This one has a little bit of a squeal, not too bad, but it's still very strong, because this is a 30K where this is a 40K. But because of the delivery, the way this one is delivered, it covers larger areas. Very powerful. So you can see it actually is sizzling the ultrasound gel. So you always want to make sure that you keep it moving, because it can actually feel like it can burn you if you don't keep it moving. I like the handle on this. because you can hold it like this and do your treatments. I like that. And like this, it's got the palm. You can hold, it's easier to hold. It's easier on your hand when you're doing these treatments because like I said, these treatments take a lot of time. Okay, that covers the cavitation on both machines. Now let's do the radio frequency skin tightening on the CaVstorm. So with the radio frequency skin tightening on this one, it has the 6 probes and the vacuum. So just like the other machines in order of operation, you would do the radio frequency second. So here again, you would control your vacuum and then your RF. This knob controls the suction. So like with the cavitation, you can take the cup off of it if you don't want to use it. So it has the normal where the RF stays on constantly, or the Pro where it only comes on when it touches your skin. The difference between the radio frequency skin tightening on the SShape and the CaVstorm is the CaVstorm has the probes where the SShape they're flat. It's the flat RF where the CaVstorm has the probe on the RF and the handles. So the CaVstorm is a 5 megahertz and the SShape is a 5 megahertz. Then with the SShape, you've done your radio frequency skin tightening as well as your cavitation, so that saves time. Then you can do radio frequency skin tightening with your vacuum. And just like the other screens, it goes in order of operation. You can turn your radio frequency up or down, and then your vacuum therapy up or down, and then this knob controls the suction. So like I said, you always want your suction greater than your release, so that's what this would be. The suction in would be greater than the release. And then this would control the actual pressure of the suction. And then start. So you can see that the light stays on normal. And then Pro, it only comes on when it touches your skin. Now the big difference between these machines is that the SShape is for your whole body. You can do your face and you can do your whole body. Where the CaVstorm, you can only do your body. Now let's go on to the paddles. So with the CaVstorm, you have photon, LED light therapy, and EMS, electromagnetic muscle stimulation, where this SShape is laser lipo. So these are two completely different paddles. The photon and EMS on the CaVstorm you only use on your body. So let's go through the CaVstorm. So order of operation, you can control each paddle individually. So depending on where you place this on your body, you can control that paddle. But I'm just gonna control all of them at the same time. Highlighted where it would control all of them. And then you can turn them up or down depending on your preference. And then start. It has 24 LED lights for your photon therapy and then your EMS therapy here. So like I said, this is for toning and tightening the muscles, and the LED light therapy is for anti-aging and skin tightening. The paddle on the SShape is for fat loss. So this is laser lipo, so it goes in and creates tiny holes in the fat cells and they drain. So this is a great addition to cavitation, vacuum therapy, and radio frequency skin tightening. And just like the CaVstorm, you can control each paddle individually just by where it's highlighted. So I'm just gonna turn on all the big paddles so you can see what they look like. So the M1 is a constant for larger areas of fat. M2 is a light pulse for smaller areas of fat. And M3 is for maintenance. So if you've reached your desired body sculpting goals, then you would use the M3 for maintenance. These have 10 laser lights. This has a single laser light. So you can use this one on smaller areas and this one on larger areas. So that covers the CaVstorm. This is only for the body. So the other features on the SShape is vacuum therapy and radiofrequency skin tightening for your face, EMS and EL for your face. The EMS, electromagnetic muscle stimulation, is to tone and tighten the muscles in your face. Product absorption. This will help push all that product into your skin. I hope this video kind of shed some light on how different these two machines are and what their functions are. I personally am leaning more toward the SShape than the CaVstorm. They're both great machines and you won't do wrong with either one of them, but my personal favorite to date of these two machines is the SShape. They're both very different in price. This is about $2,100 and this is about $850. So I personally am leaning more towards the SShape just because it covers, for $850, you're covering your whole body. This is still a great machine, but I feel it's more like for a salon because it just covers the body. But if you are very sensitive to cavitation in your inner ear, this one would be the great choice for you because it has the buzz and not the high-pitched squeal. Where this one has the squeal, but not as loud as the 2.0 and the 1.0. I hope this video was helpful in showing you the difference between these two machines and how they function. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know. Like and subscribe and leave a comment down below.